Welcome back, everyone. It is Thursday, June 19th, and the MLB, our four favorite picks are on the way. As always, it is Austin, joined by Logan, recapping yesterday. 2-2, and man, Logan, we deserve better because we had two great reads. Orioles and Rays over 9. I mean, you can't get an over at 9 much easier than that. The Orioles poured it on 8 runs in the first and the second inning, and then they somehow choked the game. Lost that one 12-8. What the hell is that? Eduardo Rodriguez didn't even make it out of the fifth inning, so we love that. Two losers, a little bit painful. Crochet gave up 6 hits. I mean, the odds of him giving up 6 hits was probably like plus 140. Just didn't give up only 1 run, 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Then we had Patrick Corbin's worst start as he gave up 4. He hadn't given up 4 this season. Tough. But Logan, I feel like the reads have been solid yesterday. Let's hopefully build on that today with 4 picks. A reminder, do us a favor, go down below, like and subscribe. We certainly would appreciate it. My NBA Finals Best Bets video was already posted last night. I encourage you to go tap into that and go check out what my favorite prop is in Game 6 of the NBA Finals. And I'll actually be talking about the NBA Finals in this video. Stay tuned for that. But Logan, I'm throwing it to you. We're going to begin with a pitcher prop, a little over and earned runs. Where are we headed?
Yeah, the pitcher props have been pretty good. Yesterday was a heartbreaker though with Crochet. I'm back on the earned run market today. Jacob Lopez of the Athletics. I'm taking his over 2.5 earned runs, minus 130 odds on DraftKings is your best value there. Now, Lopez, I like fading pitchers like this off a masterclass, and he's coming off a masterclass for sure. 6 innings pitch, excuse me, 0 earned runs, and only 3 hits allowed. I'm dying over here. Lopez has had back-to-back 0 earned run starts. So, again, if you can bear with me here, he's consistently going 90-plus pitches, which I think is a good reason why we want to target the earned run market, because he might make it into that 6th inning. When you're taking first 5 team totals, you want to see if a pitcher's going to just go 5 and then dip. But I think this guy could make it into the 6th. And I really do think the Astros are a good spot to target the fade of Lopez because he's fresh off two really good starts. You have to be 1 game ahead in predicting the little slip up. In June versus left-handed pitchers, the Astros are batting .333 with a 1.049 OPS, which is amazing, 14% K percentage, 200 WRC plus, all first in the majors. This team is seeing left-handed pitching so well right now, and that's why I think Jacob Lopez is in for a tough time today. He's also first percentile in ground ball percentage, which, I mean, against a team like the Astros, they know how to elevate the ball for sure. He relies heavily on strikeouts, 86th percentile, and he's allowing a .351 BABIP, which BABIP is batting average and balls in play. So when teams are I'm dying. Whatever. Just Jacob Lopez over 2.5 earned runs. First player prop. Austin.
Go figure out your voice. I will get into my second pick. I really do like the Lopez, though, fade. He's been really good recently, but he's running into a buzzsaw, which is that offense. Now, let's talk about some NBA action. Let's get an MLB prop in here. Let's talk about this 2-leg parlay, as I'm going Yoshinobu Yamamoto under 18.5 outs, parlayed with Chet Holmgren of the OKC Thunder, 10-plus points. Now, I'm involving Mr. Holmgren in here because I was looking for a juice reducer for this Yamamoto play, and honestly, I don't have as much confidence as I do in an NBA play at this point in the season. I mean, you know the records. We're up 50 units in the NBA. We're down 50 in the MLB. Should go pretty similar. I'm going to be more confident there in the NBA. And I think Chet bounces back after a rough game, 4 for 15 shooting, only scored 9 points in game 5. It's not my official play in terms of what I'm playing in this game, but I do think he scores at least 10. He's done that in 23 of his last 26. He's been really consistent, and we just saw what J-Dub and SGA just did in that game 5 of the finals. I would imagine if I'm the Pacers, we got to let someone else beat us. Chet Holmgren would be one of those guys I would let beat me one-on-one or whatever, should knock down shots. I like him to score 10. Now, let's talk about the real meat and potatoes of this one. And that's going to be Yamamoto's under and outs. Now, why am I taking the under and outs? Well, because Yamamoto, honestly, has been pretty inefficient this season. Now, he's been really good, but he's been inefficient. What do I mean by that? Well, he leads the MLB in 3-2, full count percentage. So he's going up to the plate, and a lot of hitters are seeing full counts. We saw that with the Yankees start. He didn't get a lot of Ks because the Yankees were just keeping them bat in the shoulder, throwing uncompetitive pitches, and they were letting them go by. And so teams are running up the pitch count on him. Now, he's still going 6 because he's been, so good. But if a team gets to hitting him, he's cooked. He's not making it 7 innings pitched. And we've seen kind of him struggle against this matchup before. Last year, earlier on in the season, he faced the Padres twice before they were even cooking later on in the year. made it 1 inning in his first start, gave up 4 or 5 earned runs, and the second one was 5 innings pitched, gave up 4 earned runs. He's under this line in 12 of 14 starts, as I said, leading the MLB in full count percentage. So he's really struggling with those pitches, and he's throwing a lot of pitches. The reason he gets the full counts is because teams just aren't swinging sometimes at his swing is miss stuff. And what are the Padres at? A very disciplined team. We know that they're 4th lowest strikeout rate in June. We have guys like Luis Ariz, who leads the MLB in strikeout percentage, lowest strikeout percentage, like 1.8%. And the other guys can hold the bat on their shoulders and not swing at those uncompetitive pitches and really run up this pitch count. And we've seen them have good splits against Yamamoto. Tatis, 3 for 5 with the walk in there. Bogarts, 3 for 7. Ariz, 2 for 4. Machado, 2 for 6. The list goes on. The only guy that really struggles against Yamamoto is Jackson Merrill. He's 0 for 6. Well, unfortunately for the Padres, Jackson Merrill is on IL with, I believe, a concussion. So he'll be back soon, but not today. Still on the IL for a couple more days. And I just think this is a really tough spot for him. We've seen of the last 13 righties to face the Padres, when they haven't even been red hot, only 3 of those guys went into the 7th inning. One was Zach Gallen. I forget who was the third one, because Logan Webb was the other one. Maybe Logan Webb is a guy that you can go out there and chew innings if you're grounding balls, and if you're just grounding the ball into easy double plays and stuff like that, what the Padres can do, but it's not really Yamamoto's game. I like his under and outs. Parlayed with Chet to score 10 points. I like this at minus 135. A little bit more juice than I want to pay on a 2-leg parlay, but we're looking for winners here. We're looking for winners, and I certainly think that will be a winner. Throwing it back to Logan. We'll see if his voice is acting right with him. Logan, take it away. We got a first 5 over out in San Francisco. Talk about it.
Yeah, so again, if my voice gives out, I'll just throw it back to Austin. But my second pick, Guardians and Giants, first 5 innings, over 3.5, minus 125 odds. On Bet365 is your best value. Now, I really do like a lot of runs early in this game. I that's why I do want to target the first 5. Now, you'll say, Logan, these 2 starting pitchers, it's not like they have 7 ERAs. And Logan Webb at home, that guy is automatic. Logan Webb starts for the Giants today, 2.58 ERA and a 1.12 whip. I agree. He is automatic at home. He has a sub-2 ERA at home. He's great at home, but he's still allowing a 288 batting average with runners in scoring position. If the Guardians make him work today, he could be in trouble. And there's statistics that if you're fading Logan Webb, you have to have an order. You have to be a team at being able to elevate the ball, because if you're just a rollover on ground ball type pitcher, Logan Webb will eat you alive, and he'll go 7 innings pitched and he won't give up a single run. That's what he is. But the Guardians in June versus right-handed pitching, in the first 5 innings, the Guardians own the highest line drive percentage, lowest soft contact percentage, 5th lowest ground ball percentage. They're going to make Logan Webb work, and they're going to get extra base hits off of Logan Webb. They're going to elevate that ball. And if you're going to get to Webb, it has to be the first or the second plate appearance. This is why I'm targeting the first 5 innings, because look at his splits. First plate appearance allows a 303 batting average. Pretty advantageous for us first time through the order. Hopefully Guardians can do damage. That then drops to 220 batting average allowed, and then by the third plate appearance, 188 batting average. So it's like you have to do it early, or typically doesn't come, because Logan Webb, as the game goes on, gets stronger and stronger. And if he's going past the 5th inning, in this one, it just doesn't make sense for an over. I still think they're going to tag him for a couple runs, probably get us halfway to this first 5 innings over, and then it's up to the Giants to do the rest of the work, because they face Gavin Williams today. 3.89 ERA, 1.47 whip for Gavin Williams. Number one, that whip is a little bit high for a sub-4 ERA. Just something to note. On the road, too, that's where I want to fade Gavin Williams. 4.4 ERA on the road, and his batting average allowed does increase to a 250 compared to how he pitches at home. If you look at Gavin Williams' last start, the Mariners had a great plan of attack against him, because that's what I really want to see the Giants be able to do today. Gavin Williams only went 4 innings pitched, only had 2 strikeouts in that one. And I think if you're able to be patient against Gavin Williams, you can definitely make him work, because he throws a lot of pitches outside of the zone. If the Giants just can put the bat on their shoulder, say that's not a competitive pitch, Gavin Williams is going to be pitching from behind in a lot of these counts. He's 6th percentile in walk percentage. The Giants are a really good hitting team. They should be able to hit with runners in scoring position today, because those opportunities will be there. And we talked about it all season long in baseball. You cannot swing the bat for them when those guys are on base, just like the Crochet pick yesterday. Maybe want to rip my hair out because we had 5 runners in scoring position opportunities, but they will be there once again for Gavin Williams today. It's up to the Giants to be able to, hit those guys home. They haven't looked great offensively. I think they're going to be very aggressive on the base pass as well. Try to steal to get to runners in scoring position, and then the offense clicks early. Love that as my favorite total pick of the day. But Austin, what else are you rolling with?
Today feels like a really good day for Rafael Devers' first home run as a San Francisco Giant. Let's hope it's a grand slam in the first 5 innings to really cash that one. My second and final play of the day, fourth and final pick, it's going to be an SGP, but it's all reliant on just one guy, and that would be Carlos Rodon of the New York Yankees. And I'm relying on him for 5+ strikeouts and under 2.5 earned runs. Now, if you just want to parlay my two favorite props, that'd be Yamamoto's under and Carlos Rodon's under in earned runs. This is -125. I'll do this 2-leg instead of doing the Yamamoto and Rodon. I really like Rodon's matchup today. Now, there is some slightly hitter-friendly weather in Yankee Stadium, which can be kind of a little scary, but I'm not too worried about it. I think Rodon is going to go out there and hopefully he doesn't allow any balls in play, and hopefully he's just striking out the Angels, which is something that you certainly can do as a lefty, which we'll get into in a second. But Rodon is coming off 2 rough starts. I mean, he pitched against the Red Sox, a team that's seen him a good amount, and they hit him pretty well. The first start was in Yankee Stadium, was pitching well, and then the bottom half, the bottom like 7, 8, 9 guys were able to hit some homers against and give up 3 or 5, or that's kind of when things unraveled. But prior to the last 2 starts against the Red Sox, he's been elite, and I think he gets back to that today. We saw he was under this line, 2.5 earned runs in 8 of his previous 9 starts prior to those Red Sox series. And we saw in those starts, he was cooking 1 or fewer earned runs in 7 of those 8 unders. So he's been really good, and the strikeouts have been coming with him. He has 5+ Ks in 14 of his 15 starts. His only miss was his last start against the Red Sox. They had just seen him back-to-back starts, so kind of knew what the pitches they were getting from him. He's already seen the Angels once before the season, about a month ago, maybe a little bit less than that. He cooked them. 7 shutout innings, 10 strikeouts. Why is that? Because, well, the Angels kind of struggle against lefties. We've seen in June, they own they're batting .222, which is 21st, 63 WRC plus, 26th. Only a 2.7% walk rate, the lowest in baseball, and a 27% K rate, 5th highest versus lefties. So again, really struggling versus lefties. We saw what they just did against JP Sears about a week ago. We tried to take, both the score in the first 5. And what happened? JP Sears cooked the heck out of him. He went out there and had 9 strikeouts. JP Sears does not get 9 strikeouts. I think a guy like Rodon, who has the swing and miss, and we're seeing this team 2.7% walk rate is honestly just disgusting. They are not keeping the bat on their shoulder. They're swinging at things. And Rodon is a guy that has the swing and miss stuff when things gets going. And I think he will go out there and pitch pretty well here. I'm not too worried about them seeing him recently. I mean, it was about a month ago. A lot of things have changed. Guys are back. Mike Trout's back in the lineup and stuff like that. So I think Rodon pitched well today. I think he can go under 2.5 earned runs. And hopefully that is because he's striking out guys, which 5+ Ks is a high line for some. Not too high for Mr. Rodon. I do like his regular line, but I think it's a heavily juiced 6.5, if not 7.5 on some books. But if you're looking for some ladder potential, Rodon could easily climb and go to 8, 9, 10 Ks today. It wouldn't shock really a ton of people. Yesterday, they did see a lefty, so you could be a little bit concerned about 2 straight lefties, but that was Ryan Yarbrough, a guy that doesn't really have the swing and miss. He got 3 Ks. This is a guy in Rodon that's kind of living on the swing and miss, which I think he will get plenty of today against this Angels offense. We'll see if the Yankees offense eventually wakes up. An additional thing to this pick is that the Angels have already won the first few games of the series. They're going for the sweep. And an early start, you typically see those veteran players, guy like Mike Trout, those guys get the day off. So that wouldn't shock me at all if some of those guys get the day off. They get a weaker lineup out there, which should help our Rodon pick. Absolutely. So those are our 4 picks. To recap, we got Jacob Lopez. We got his over and earned runs. We have the Yamamoto and Chet Holmgren parlay. Let's see if that pays. Then we have the over in San Francisco, first 5 over 3.5. And then we wrap up the video with a little Carlos Rodon, SGP, 5 Ks and under 2.5 earned runs. A bunch of other books are right around this value, -125 to -135 or so. Those are the 4 picks. If you want to go check out our NBA Finals Game 6 video for my favorite prop, which I'm on a 13-1 run, that is linked somewhere over here. Go check it out. We'll try to bounce back in an NBA ladder challenge because the MLB has just been a disaster the last 2 days. We'll bounce back. The ladder's only $10. We'll get the climbing. And if you want to go check out our long shot NBA video, that should be live in a few hours. Austin Logan, we're signing out. We'll see you guys back again tomorrow. And let's have ourselves a great, great Thursday. See you then. Peace.